What is up? We are back here in NCAA. It's not called college football. NCAA 13 in my extreme radicalized version of hashtag CFB Play Don't Pay. This is my contribution to the movement. We're not even going to play the new game. We're going to stick to the old school. We got our guy Jimmy Jett, 6'6" unit of a quarterback out of San Diego, looking for a college. Going into week 3 of high school. Seems like accuracy is a problem. Lack of focus is probably a problem. But man, the athleticism is there. I feel like we're talking like proto Josh Allen or something. I feel like these loading screens are long. First road game. So that means we got to pick the coin toss. So no use dilly-dally in there. We will take the ball. Tiny stadium. Those are the tiniest, saddest bleachers. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Somebody on the crossing route. You feel like you're years behind. I feel like I'm literally years behind. I'm in year 1 or just finished year 1 in my save. The guys in chat yesterday, a few of them are like, "Oh yeah, we're like 10 years in and 3 Cushions deep. Like we have 3 national titles." It's like, geez, you guys are just plowing through. But I feel like I put in my big numbers on the last game when I did the 10 years in like 4 months. This ain't quite burnout, but that's definitely part of why I want to mix up games too. Have a couple different things going on the channel at once. Yeah, there we go. There's a year in year 6. Oop. Oh. Yeah, fair reaction.
That makes it 4th and long. King makes the grab. Gain of 13 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Oh yeah, I got you there too. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like everybody's already gotten better than me, which I totally expected. I was never gonna think I was. Part of this was never being the best at the game. That had never had anything to do with it. It was just about getting volume out there and being first to it, more so than being best. Never was going to be an expert, and I knew it. Oh. But what's really cool is you guys are here and you guys don't seem to care, and I love that.
Number 42 with the run. Call it a gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Well then, if you're still watching, I won't give any spoilers. But yeah, we got that team got very, very good, very good.
Makes the catch. West makes the tackle at the 9-yard line. That makes it first and goal.
I think we had 11 summers. It was basically ended after a summer when I knew I was done with the series. Basically, it came down to a last possible day of streaming. That's why that last episode is 6.5 hours long. It was just one marathon session because I only had enough room for one last upload. Doing daily uploads. Another pick. No, it was just one last shot. Either we're getting it or we're not. So I played through the last summer on that save, and then that was it. And then, yeah, I think that was summer number 11.
Harrison makes the tackle. Gain of 16 yards. First down.
Those super prestigious or whatever they. What's funny, I haven't even seen all the names yet because I know they're different than what they translated to in the old one. But they, yeah, that super top one is very, very. I don't know that we ever beat one in my other save. Maybe one time. Because some of the big wins we had, we got lucky with path more than we beat great teams. So yeah, I mean, when you start seeing those like spider web charts and they're just full, it's scary. No time to let a play develop. Fall out quick. Struggling this game. He dropped that. He dropped that. Let me put that in a bad spot for him too to keep running. Couple, not really what we wanted, but
that's good for a gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
So I mean, that's what happens. It's always evolving, always progressing. It's ebbs and flows. It's what makes it so good, so compelling. I feel like a big part of it.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Like, I don't know if anybody else has felt like the disappointment. I mean, I guess you said, yeah, like you were disappointed that your best guy didn't win a title, and it's like you almost feel like you let them down, even though they're not real. Like you get that sense of attachment. Right off that guy's back. Oh, that was ugly. Yikes. Oh, I thought it was a 26 game, yeah. So what was crazy, and I don't know if you got it's in like episode maybe 8 or 9, is like when the announcement happened for the new one. When I started playing it on stream, there wasn't a new game announced. It was game 4 or stream 4 or 5 that they dropped the free version around like the time WBC was happening. So like around spring training. So like that got brought up, like, oh, we're talking about this, so that's cool. I wonder if they'll come out with a full one. That would be like, and bring that to America. And then I guess it was probably like April or May. The trailer dropped and the announcement came for the worldwide release. And that was when it turned into, oh, I gotta try to like win this before the new game comes out. And that was when it became the full time. Like that was the only game I was streaming because I was like trying to grind that out. Yeah, like you run into those buzzsaws, and it's crazy. And I wonder if there's a mechanic in the game of like rivalries where if it's like if you played a team more times, they play you better. Because I know we had one in the old save. Like there was one school that no matter what, they just seemed like they always had our number in official games. Like I felt like the only time we could beat them was in practice games. And I wonder if there's like an actual mechanic for that in it. Because I know like the list of teams is called rivals, but if there's literally like almost like a revenge mechanic or something.
Hannah with the reception. Gain of 30 yards. First down. Kenny with the catch. Gain of 20.
Some good quarterbacking.
That makes it first and 10. The pass falls incomplete. Number 87 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Oh wow, dude, so that's neat. Yeah, I'm gradually trying to get into it more.
Colvin with the tackle at the 4-yard line.
I feel like having people around now that are into it, because that was always the biggest thing. Is it's like I have nobody to talk to it about, but now that we got this little community, I feel like that helps a ton. But I know I also can't position myself as like the Japanese baseball guy. Not that like I wouldn't, but just like expertise and like investment wise, I don't have the bona fides for that. But it's cool that we have some around that can be a part of it. Yeah, the super powerhouses are insane. Like as I was saying, it's like they fill that chart. Like they don't have a weakness. Their pitchers have all the they throw with high velo and they have those like late breaking off speeds, and then they'll just always find like the end of the bat. And then all their hitters, like if you miss like a perfect pitch, they're just gonna go yard every time. It's so frustrating.
On the tackle at the 34-yard line.
Like there are times you let go of a pitch before it even gets to the plate, you're like, that's probably a home run, and then they'll just the animation happens. Like, yep, knew that was coming.
Russ brings him down. That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
It's crazy. And like you make what you like, what logically are good. Why did you not put your hands up? What are good like pitch choices? Like you feel like you're mixing your pitches well, and you throw something that should be unhittable. You know, like you throw like a backdoor curve onto like the corner of the plate, and it's like, nope, home run. Like what?
Number 87 makes the reception. Colvin makes the tackle at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, with one of your best teams, that's crazy. I don't want to give away too much now because this... Oh, actually, no. This will go out after I get players in the Pro Speed VOD. So I can talk about... Yeah. Just trying to think continuity. I think we got some real promising dudes in coming, like going into second year in my saves, especially pitching. We got like... I recruited 2 pitchers that came, and one of them I think is like a 3 or 4 star. I'm just gonna run him as ace from day one because he's really not that far behind, and like the guys I have are shaky at best anyway. So I'm just gonna give him the innings, and I think by third year, dude is gonna dominate.
Miller on the tackle at the 18-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's always great when you have one. Like on a not videoed save, like the first save I ever did, I got a kid like maybe year 3 or year 4 who came in 5-star genius and yeah, day 1 starter, and by the time he finished, like, I didn't even need a bullpen, it felt like. I mean, that kid would just throw day after day because he had, I think, S stamina and recovery. Like, just developed over his whole career. And, like, all of his pitches were minimum of A rating and everything. It was crazy how good that kid was. And could kind of hit, too. I think he got up to, like, C-level contacts and stuff. Then I ended up doing career mode with him, and they made him a two-way. Oh, that sucks. Get the hit. Tried. So bad. Oh, I needed to hand that off. Saw him stand up way too late. I feel like we're having a better game today. 289 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah. Better game. Wanted to go deep. Nobody was open.
West makes the tackle at the 44-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
We're running the same play. I love that. Maybe now one of them gets open. Just like that. Bang. There we go. .341 and 2 is so much better. Not gone, but pretty good. Curveball that curves. Yeah, those are always great. God, and I just love the animations of the breaking balls in that game. It's so good. I love how dramatic it is. Like, I don't care if it's arcadey and not realistic, like how much those balls move. It's so much more satisfying. Or I think people might take issue with, like, the online play. I don't know if they feel like stuff like that isn't competitive or too, you know, quote unquote unrealistic, but I couldn't care less because I just care about my single player. And there it's fun. Now we convert it to a good game. We salvage this one. Oh, I was trying to go right through that dude. Good 4 yards, though. Let's see if we can run them out of timeouts, at least. Against. Yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, good pitching's so hard to find that, like, when somebody just locks it down like that, it makes it so much, like, when you can trust them, is so nice. Because, like, nothing's worse than when you have a shaky pitcher and you have to, like, when it gives you, like, the bases loaded or the runners in scoring position take over. And you're, like, not that confident in your pitching, it's so scary. Like, I'm probably giving up runs here. I hate that feeling so much in that game.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Break. Nice.
Campbell makes the tackle at the 35-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10. First down.
3-0. Why do they do that? They never run out the clock on sim. It's so weird. Wait, is there like an actual animation with that? That's dope.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the Saints 28. The Bearcats.
Go, that's what we're looking for. Negative 19 rushing because of the sacks and the oof. Yikes, that's not good. Not good for an option quarterback, folks. All right, UCLA offered, Oregon State offered, and UNLV offered. Cool. Honestly, I wish. Oh, fair enough. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's fine. I get it. We role play like that. That's the point of these games. When do I typically shoot? So I'm still kind of working on like an actual set schedule, but I would say mostly it's Tuesday, Wednesdays, late morning or early afternoon on the East Coast, depending on like like I have a day job and I'm kind of work these around my actual job, which I'm very fortunate that like I have the flexibility at a work from home that I can take 2 hours out of my day to stream. But it's just like navigating tasks and meetings and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm getting closer to set. I'm kind of digging this like 2 to 4 or like 2 to 5 block. But it could be as early as like 10, 11, depending on, what's going on. And then I'm trying to work in Saturday nights at like 8 o'clock. I just started last week, and I think that might become a regular thing. So tentatively, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, or yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday during the day, and Saturday nights. It's a definite no. I mean, I'll have to throw ASU on the list or Berkeley. But I feel like just for your boy, I gotta at least get him on the list with ASU. You can't turn it down. That would just be like poor form. Marc Wears Hats cannot be caught on video turning down at least an ASU interest. So funny. San Diego versus San Francisco makes no sense from like a district whatever standpoint. Those three offered ASU 75% of the way, 64% of the way to Navy. That's weird. Boise, I need a few more. Like, how is Navy tougher to get into than ASU and OSU and UCLA? Weird. I guess they're a 3-star, but still, weird. Yeah, dude, I got you. But yeah, like I'm definitely still novice at this and still kind of working out the kinks as far as like scheduling and stuff. He's still very much hobbyist, so I know it's not the most professional operation yet, but maybe we can get there. I'm definitely interested in that, so that very much we'll see what happens. Because yeah, getting into this, I know they always say like have a schedule, be available, that sort of thing. Yo, no way, you're a Sun Devil too? Yeah, that's where I went. Class of 2015, baby. Old man status. So yeah, this actual game was my sophomore year of college. But yeah, I am an ASU grad. Tails never fails. I failed. Picking heads. I guess the name Soul Diablo makes sense. Don't know how I didn't think of that before. I guess that's my ASU education at work. Did not put two and two together.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Anderson on the tackle. Call it a gain of 9 yards. First down. Number 32 with the tackle.
No way. That's awesome.
Gain of 9 on the play.
If you don't mind telling me what years, like when were you there? But you don't have to if you don't want. Like I don't want to make anybody expose anything. Never gonna ask anybody to dox themselves. But if you care to share, I'm curious what that team would have been because I went to. I can say like a lot of games, but I definitely went to some.
Number 10 with the tackle. That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10. Number 21 on the tackle. Gain of 14 yards. First down.
I guess if years is too much, maybe one thing it would be were you Packard or Phoenix Muni? If we don't want to get too specific, I feel like that would at least like give an idea, and then nobody else will know what we're talking about.
There's a flag on the field.
Uh, 13. So I'm there. So yeah, we have crossover. Because I'm there fall of 11 to spring of 15. So yeah, Packard for you. Because I don't think they, yeah, because they don't move to Muni until 15 or 16, right?
With the reception. Gain of 26 on the play. First down. Touchdown Saints.
That's so cool. Small world.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 9 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10. Jones brings him down. That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Try to catch like a game or two, or especially early in the season. I always try to watch a little bit. Oh, that was so bad. But
Touchdown flags.
I think the first or second year they moved to Muni was like within the first year me and my wife were together, and we used to go to games. That was really cool. That was like one of the things we bonded with. We've been dating a little bit by the time the spring came around, but it was funny because she was still a student, so she got in for free. I was not, so I used to. But one of my roommate at the time was, so I used to try to use his like ID number to get in. It worked like 2 out of 3 times, and the third time they're like, "No, you can't do that." And I had to go buy a ticket for like $15. But those were cool because once they moved to Phoenix Muni, you could buy beer.
Number 9 with the reception. Gain of 14 on the play. First down.
Sick, dude.
Number 32 with the run. No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10. Green makes the reception. Call it a gain of 4 yards. 3rd down. Incomplete pass. Number 87 was the intended receiver on the play. 4th down.
I'm curious if you traveled with the team because in the like a few weeks ago, like what was it, end of June or mid June, I was at Oregon State and I saw their baseball field.
That makes it
Holy cow, is that thing great! It is a phenomenal looking ballpark, just like right in the middle of campus too. Your time would have been back when we were still Pac-12, and that would have been on the schedule guaranteed. I'm so bad at the goal lines.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
Pitch it! Oh.
Loss of 2 on the play.
At least we got the field goal. Struggling. Big high school. Might have got away with get away with that. Way too many interceptions. I gotta protect the football.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
We need to make something happen here.
Number 32 makes the reception. Anderson on the tackle at the 36-yard line.
That is definitely something happening, so we'll take that. Man, why would I crack the deep ball? Okay, no, that's awesome. That's so, yeah, that is so cool. I wish I would have done stuff like that when I was in school. I think I inquired once and they were like, I don't know, I didn't love, or I got kind of an icy response. And then I just never bothered trying again. But yeah, that's one thing I regret not trying to do when I was there.
That's good for a gain of 50 yards. That makes it 1st and 10. Pickens with the sack. That's
A kid I went to school, like who I was in classes with, he was a manager for the basketball team, and then like went on to have like a pretty successful sports media career. And I always looked at that like, well, I screwed up. I should have been doing stuff like that. I won't say a name, but I honestly wouldn't be shocked if you knew him. Because I remember I was like I was scrolling TikTok like 3 or 4 years after I graduated, or I guess maybe it wasn't since. If it was TikTok, it was years later. I saw somebody. I was like, "Wait, I know that guy." And it was somebody that I was like, I used to go to classes with, who was in my major. But yeah, with like athletic department jobs, you guys would have been there at the same time.
Number 87 makes the catch. That's a gain of 35 on the play. 1st down.
Okay, this is kind of sports media, right? In its own little sort of weird way. Better late than never.
Washington makes the tackle. That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
You know what? I think in the Rossini era, it's possible. I mean, that's a dude who is local and cares about being successful way more than the Ray Anderson days of just trying to get his friends paid and trying to like have celebrities in the locker rooms. I'm so optimistic for like the direction of the athletic department over the last couple of years and like for the future. I think we are in such like a healthy position. And I know football is football, like where that's where a lot of the focus is going to be and like where all the money goes. But it would be really nice to see if we could get back to like prioritizing a lot of the Olympic sports and stuff like that.
That makes it 1st and 10.
I mean, it's all the other stuff is the big reason I missed the Pac-12. Like that, I think of the old Bill Walton that he coined it the Conference of Champions, because it was at the time the most national titles of any like athletic conference in college athletics across like all sports. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I used to go see Olympians at Wells Fargo, and I went to swimming and saw Olympians. I saw like, what did we? Yeah, like I saw UCLA gymnastics at Wells Fargo, that they were loaded up with like top level talent. ASU wrestling and like the visiting teams that would come through. Baseball, obviously, yeah. Never made it to track, but I know like some really good, like Pac-12 was great at track. No, it was very cool. It was a great time to be there. Very cool stuff going on in that era.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Triple option on the goal line. I hate it. I feel like we're just going to hand it off. Still don't score.
Gain of 3 on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
I think I knew that. Yeah, because I know. Well, I mean, I'll say my frame of reference. I know he always wears that satin baseball jacket. But yeah, I knew Because did he? If I remember right, I think he actually played for the team when he was in school, right? Like he was a baseball player and then worked as like an assistant or a staff member. Was that what it was?
Number 32 on the tackle. Gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
No, I did. Okay, cool. I'm glad I remembered that right, or I knew that right.
Wynn makes the catch. Gain of 25 yards. First down. Number 42 sacks the quarterback.
I saw them coming, couldn't stop it.
Yards on the play.
Just got blown up.
2nd and long.
The
Pass incomplete. Wynn, the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
Come on, dude. Need to make a play there.
3 yards. That makes it 4th and long.
At least we're winning. Pretty big. That's such a bad throw. Get away with it. Nope, not gonna get away with it. That was so bad. Off the back foot, just into traffic.
Anderson makes the interception.
Try and take the step forward, just didn't get there. Curl flats, the old bread and butter. Just like that.
Number 9 with the reception. Anderson brings him down at the 36-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Really? That's nuts.
Incomplete pass.
If it's from that era, I wonder if I would know who they were.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you don't have to name names.
Washington makes the tackle. Gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Maybe that could be an offline one. We can do that off stream. If it felt like sending it, I'd be curious, but you don't have to by any means.
Green with the catch. Pickens brings him down at the 32-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 6.
Those squads were incredible. Bro, stop it.
Anderson with the interception.
Oh.
Number 10 with the carry. Call it a gain of 16.
Over under 4 interceptions. I feel like it's got to be more, right? 5, yeah. Struggling.
Blake on the tackle. Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. Number 10 with the run.
I think I have a guess. I won't say, because if you haven't shared, then I won't say, but I think I know who it probably would have been. Unless I'm early. Or unless I'm late. That's the only thing that could be maybe thinking I'm on the wrong side of things, but yeah.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the Saints 24, the Frogs.
If I just said hair, like hairdo, would that mean I have it? If that's like an automatic, like, oh yeah, then I know exactly who it is. If that's like ambiguous, then I think I probably have the wrong person. Or like if that doesn't seem like obviously clear, then it's not who I think it is. Jeez, we are struggling. We are getting like no big offers or even looks. Fresno State, Nevada, Hawaii. I guess we'll throw Hawaii on there. It's the most interesting of the three. Low-key, the other two are kind of meth schools. Very two-star, 4 games in. Way too many interceptions. That's what's killing us. This will probably be the last one for today. I swear this loading screen is so long. No worries. I was saying like not to give away the name of that person, but if I said as like an indicator their hair, would that maybe like an obvious? Because if not, then I think I have it wrong. But if you were to say, "Oh yeah, hair," that makes sense. Then I know exactly who it is, just based on multiple perfect tens from that era UCLA gymnastics. I have a guess. Trying to think of a follow-up because that doesn't necessarily eliminate. For international purposes, because I don't know if like if there would be an accident, but like international competition, American or non-American? Or I guess if we're saying blonde, my other follow-up I guess would be like like insanely curly, or no, like not any particularly, like just kind of regular straight hair. Oh, okay. So then not who I was thinking of, but now I have a second
That'll bring
thought.
up 4th and 1.
But the one I'm thinking of is younger.
Lester makes the tackle. That's a gain of 2 on the play. First down. Newton makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 11 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
This is honestly way more fun than if you like. I don't know if you were gonna tell me regardless, but this is way more fun to play 20 questions. I'm having a great time. Then my two. Oh, all right. So if you know anything currently, like more updated, like in the last, maybe we'll say this year, if you're follow them on Instagram or anything, or have kept up with what they've been doing, these would be two different people, but either did they just get married or did they just make a comeback to competing? Would either of those be true?
Brandon makes the grab. Call it a gain of 15 yards. First down.
Locked in against Stockton. Let's go. Wilson on weak side. Just get one out quick. There we go. Good enough.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2. Lester is at the quarterback set.
Dang it.
Loss of 6 yards on the play.
That's not what we were looking for.
Number 9 makes the reception. That's a gain of 28 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Oh, third name just popped in my head. It was actually probably the most likely because
Williams tackles him in the backfield. Call it a loss of 3 yards.
the idea she works as a broadcaster because that's the one that just popped into my head.
Pass is incomplete. Number 87, the intended receiver on the play.
But now when the age might line up a little more because she's my age.
He makes the reception. That's good for a gain of 16 yards. First down.
I became a fan of the sport somewhat in college and then met my wife and it turned out she was a massive fan. So that's one we've been into together. It's very cool.
Green makes the catch. That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
All right, there we go. I'm not gonna ask for anybody to be doxxed, but I will let you know offline. I'll lock in my guess. Anybody else who's watching can just figure it out if they feel like it.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. First down. Kenny makes the catch. Sands on the tackle at the 43-yard line. That makes it first and 10. Incomplete. Number 87, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
And I think this also might have to be a thing now. If anybody's, watching this later, watching on stream, if you ever want to play 20 questions with me, I'm so in. Make me guess things. I love that game. Like, I have no problem with this becoming a regular thing on stream.
That brings up third and 10.
Keep this up. Could be a big game for us.
Number 42 with the catch. Gain of 11 yards. First down.
Nice edge.
Tyson on the tackle at the 22-yard line. First down.
Yeah, I'll break it out from time to time. As far as my hat collection, I think that's the one I have the most of by far. I have like 10 ASU hats in my closet. So yeah, I do break out a lot of ASU stuff on stream. I just have so much of it. The main problem I have is some of those shirts are a little older and they don't fit like they used to. That and the Adidas ones never fit right to begin with. I miss this being a Nike school. I have Nike shirts that still fit better when I got them when I was 18, 19, 20 than Adidas shirts that I bought in my 30s. Oh, there were so many guys open. That was so bad. Just dump it. Ugh, that was not smart football.
That makes it second and 8. Timeout called by the offense. Number 9 makes the run. Gain of 14 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
I thought he was going to catch him in the back foot. No, that's not good.
Win the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Oh, got lucky there.
Gain of 32 on the play. First down.
Just get open over the middle and you score. Close. Got that one.
Intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10. Number 32 with the
That's funny.
gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up third and 4.
I've been struggling. I don't know if it's a new era thing, man. I've been struggling with the fitteds lately. I swear, I had like 5 different... That in my hair, because I grew my hair out.
That makes it first and goal.
So between that and then, yeah, the new era inconsistencies, I feel like none of my hats fit like they should, but none of my new era fitteds. Because I think I'm somewhere between a 7 3/8 and a 7.5. But even the 7.5s are feeling small right now. Oof. There we go. 2-minute drill. Let's go. Bro, he bit and I still couldn't go. Oh. That's when you're supposed to be able to run when they don't stand up. Oh. I was the biggest on the team. Huh. A little surprised, but I feel like some giant baseball players would have some giant heads. Oh, get rid of it. Jeez. No protection. I feel like at least this game will get us up to a 3-star. Or at least, yeah, whatever's the next.
The intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Should I turn it into something? Felt like running was my best chance.
4th down.
Called audible too. Oh, I hated that. Right as soon as I threw it, I knew I hated that. I'm glad that one didn't get picked off.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's see if we can get a good deep ball here. Somebody get open. Yep, he's open. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, this is the game we needed. It's a gain.
That brings up 2nd and 5. Makes the reception.
It's 1st down.
6 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
There we go. Broken. Really? Any player scouting? Oh, that's weird. I guess I feel like, I mean, it's just luck based, but oof. I will say you are going to fill out come April. And honestly, like, the scouting is nice and it is cool to have influence, and maybe you can get some of the little influence on like the pro clones from other regions, but a lot of times my best players in other saves have come from enrollments, like the ones that just show up that you didn't scout on like start a term. So I wouldn't like panic that your save is like broken because you didn't get any recruiting opportunities. Like, I had a 5-star genius pitcher come in that I didn't recruit. So it's possible.
Sands makes the tackle.
For sure, dude.
Gain of 1 yard.
No problem.
That brings up 2nd and 9. Number 10 on the run. Call it a
No
loss of 2
line.
yards on the play. That makes it 3rd and
Not
11.
O-line, no line. That's what it feels like. Oh, I thought he was going to juke him.
Sands makes the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
Let's run out this clock. Yep, we can just sit. Yeah, so as we're wrapping here, I think it's going to do it for today. So I'm gonna let this run out and then sign off and get part 1 posted. Heck yeah, 35-10, I love it. Up to a 3-star, over 500 points. That gets us at least the ASU offer. Probably Hawaii. We're within 100 to get to Navy. Still enticing. Oh, Navy offered. All right. ASU and Hawaii offered. All right. Right now, I feel like I'm leaning Academy. Therefore, San Diego. You know, we'll take the close to home. We'll let them look, but I don't know that we're interested. I feel like that's a mom would want us to take that one. Okay, we are saving there. That is going to do it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I know it was a little bit of a pivot, this one and the last one, so don't worry. We are going to be hitting the pro speed some more, but this is just like a little change of pace to keep things fresh. So yeah, you know what to do. The cool YouTube stuff, the like, the share, the subscribe, and we still haven't figured out the hype, but maybe we can knock that out. So if that can come, I would appreciate it. We will catch you next time. Cheers.